Hi everybody, and welcome to part 4 of Embroidery and Crochet. This is a series of videos that I have made to help you get as much of the book as possible. So during these videos I show you how to embroider each stitch that you will find in the book onto your crochet base. Today I want to show you how to make woven wheels and split stitch. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cover the surface slip stitch and cross stitch until next week. I do apologize, I'm a bit tight for time, so this is a nice, quick and easy video. So woven wheels create those beautiful roses, so you will find them on the wall hanging and also on the baskets in the book. Unfortunately, I don't have the baskets with me because they are on display in the shop, but these are the baskets in the book itself. So you've got those gorgeous roses. The woven wheels are really cute actually, really cute. So I've got my already imprinted crochet base. This is one of the small flowers taken from the basket, I think, design. I already have my sample backed with stitch and tail, so we can just get started. Woven wheels are incredibly simple to make. They start with the base of spokes, so this has to be an odd number of spokes, so either 5, 7 or 9 depending on the size of your rose. For this one, because it's a small one, I am going to do 5 spokes. Now I brought the camera a little bit closer so you can see a bit better. But I've got my tapestry yarn, my DMC tapestry yarn, and I've got my size 18 tapestry needle, and I can get started. So your wagon wheel has a center, so you need to go in from back to front into the center of your wagon wheel. And what you're going to do is make 5 spokes evenly placed. So I usually start with one on top. So front to back, in with your needle. Again, don't pull it too tight, you don't want it to pucker. Now we're going to go back into the center. So from back to front into the center of our wagon wheel. So back again. Now we're gonna do spoke number 2. So let's place him around here. So 2. Back into the center, from back to front, and again we're gonna do a third one now. So let's place him somewhere here. So let's here, okay, here, yeah. So number 3, back into the center again. So number 4 is going to go around here. Back into the center. And number 5 will go around here. So now we can start filling up our spokes. So let's get back to the front in the center of our spokes. So now what we are going to do, we are going to weave our yarn under and over our spokes to create the rose effect. So we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna go under this one, and over this one, and then let me move this way, and then under this one. Oh, there's my cat's hair. Under this one, over this one, and then under this one. This one had the thread under on previous round, so now we are going to go over this one and under this one which had the thread over. So we're going to do basically the opposite of what we've done on the last round. So this one had thread under, so this one's gonna have thread over, and this one's gonna have thread under because he had the thread over. See, and again this one's going to have over, and again this one's going to have under, and we continue to do that until all our spokes are covered. However, there is something that you must remember: not to pull those stitches tight, not to pucker up your rows. You want your rows to have a 3D effect. However, you don't want it to be really bunched up and very high. So make sure it is quite, not fully flat, because it will never be flat. Actually, I'll show you on this one. You see, they have this kind of cushiony effect. Your rows won't be flat, but you don't want it to be too puckered up and too full. Now I'm going over and under. And also make sure as you're working on it to cover all your imprint. It is actually very quick to make. The wagon wheels, oh sorry, I keep on calling them wagon wheels. They're woven wheels. Woven wheels are super easy. They look really difficult, but they are very deceiving in how simple they truly are. A few more. Okay, I think I'm happy with this one. Let's just go over this one, and I think I'm happy. You see, it's still cushiony. It's got nice kind of amount to it, but it's not too thick and it's not bunched up. So we're gonna go at the back. So just insert your needle at the back. Weave it in. And cut it off. See, and that's our rows finished. And now what you can do is add this French knot into the center. So let's have a look. I'm going to add one now into the center of your rows, just to give it additional kind of rose-like feel. Back in. I would do 2 wraps here. We've covered French knots on the last lesson, so if you would like a refresher, do check it out. Let's pull it out a little bit more. Actually, shall we do 2? Yeah, let's do 2. Yeah, I think 2 will be perfect. There we go. Perfection. Okay, so that's your woven wheel. Let me just quickly show you how to do a base for your 7 spoke. Again, nothing changes apart from the number of spokes. So you don't need the transfer imprinted. They are quite easy to create on their own, actually. So let's say if I choose this as my center, so let's say this is my center stitch, and I would like them to be 2 rows, kind of 2 rows or 2 like stitches wide. Okay, so let me just grab some yarn. Let me get the nice peachy yarn. So with your needle and your thread into the center where you have marked, and let's space them out evenly again. So let's go actually 1 2 3, let's go over 3 rows and stitches. So 1, back into the center, 2. Of course, it is better to mark them all in advance, but you know, I do everything by eye. 2, 3, let's do 4, 5, 6, and let's place the 7th one just here. There we go. You see? So now we've got 7 spokes, and again we can weave them in and out as before. So under, so we can weave them under and over as before, under, over, under, over, under, and just fill it up as exactly the same way. And on the next row, alternating, and then again keep on doing this until all your spokes are covered. Now I have finished the rows, and as you can see, they are the same size. It's filled in nicely, but you see the texture of it is a little bit different than this one. This is because this one had more spokes, so I had 2 more spokes. So I had 7 spokes, this one has 5, so it creates kind of flatter, more textured, where this one is more curvy. It looks far more like a rose to me personally than this one. I mean, as I said, they're both beautiful, it's your preference. However, if you're making large roses, then you need to have more spokes. Now let me show you how to make split stitch. Split stitch is a wonderful stitch. It's perfect for making curves and add a bit of interest to just straight lines. So again, we're going to grab a needle and a yarn. I'm gonna make split stitch on those little flowers here. We're gonna go into the center where we want to go, from back to front. We're gonna give ourselves a bit of a space, so let's say we're gonna enter 2 rows up. You see, so you've got 1 row, the second row, 2 rows up, so front to back. And we need to come out again, but this time we're going to come out in the middle of those 2 rows, so 1 row down or 1 row up, depending which way you're looking at. And we're going to come up in the middle of our thread, so we literally are going through our thread. So this is why it's called a split stitch, because we're splitting the actual thread. See? So now we're going to go 1 row up. I'm gonna go here, and again we're going to enter back, from back to front, 1 row down from where we just entered down. So we're gonna come up 1 row down from the place we just entered, and again in the middle of our thread, and pull it out. See, so we're basically splitting our stitch. And then we're gonna finish this one, and I can start on the next one. Now I'm gonna just go in and down the same way to finish it, because it gives me a nicer finish, you see? So it gives me nicer finish all the way down. So let me just go down again to do my second little leaf. So I'm going to enter in the same place, and again I'm going to go 2 rows up. So my second one is here, so 1, 2, come down in the middle through the thread that I just created, up 1, and through the thread that is just lying there, you see? So we're splitting the actual thread. We're gonna do 1 more here, and we're going to come up and thread it through and down again the same way. So that way we've got a lovely finish, and our split stitch is all the way down, giving us a neater finish on our leaf. So 1 more petal, let's go down, and again back into the same place, and we've got 1 more line here. So we're going to go here. This one is very short, so it's going to be just 1 through and up again, and I think that will do on this one because it's very short. See? And let's weave it in, and that's it. So that is your split stitch. It's a very simple stitch, but it's very nice. It gives you beautiful effect, And as I said, it gives you a little bit more interest to just a plain line, and it's, as you can see, it's beautiful for creating curves. So if you don't want to use a straight stitch on your leaves or anything, this is a beautiful stitch to actually use. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, then please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next week for really final part 5.